What's up, YouTube and all my fish keeping friends? How y'all doing out there? We're gonna have a little fun today with some Q&A and share a couple of my adventures with you. Don't go anywhere. What's up, guys? How y'all doing out there in Fish Tank Land? Oh man, I literally just ran in the door here. I'm soaking wet. My boots are sloshy and wet. My head to toe, I'm wet. Head to toe, I'm wet. That's for sure. I just crawled out of the gut. I've been hiking around looking for some banana gobies and blue gobies. Can everybody hear me? Candy Overhauls, Daryl Dimmer. Everybody, HC Aqua, how's everybody doing out there? I'm looking at the chat. Just let me know, so I can just go ahead here. Let me know that the audio is good. It's too loud, too quiet, and all that other good stuff. Yeah, I'm all pumped up. I'm still just trying to settle down here. I need to drink something, that's for sure. Audio is good. Thank you, Candy. I appreciate it. Yeah, I just came out of a gut that I've never been in before. Searching for the blue goby, which I was told was found there by somebody that I know. I haven't seen it. I didn't really see it today. I shouldn't kill my own video, but I saw a lot of other cool stuff. And obviously I had fun because I'm completely soaking wet. All right, give me 1 second. I thought I had a little bit more time. I looked at my phone when I got back to the car, and it was already like 2:05. I'm glad I didn't get a ticket or in a car accident, but I'm here. I have made it. I'm happy to be here. Thank you all for showing up. Leona, hello. Imperfection Life, how are you doing? Catfish King, what's up? Heather, hey, how are you doing? It's good to see you guys in here. Yeah, just have a little fun today. I really wasn't planning on doing anything in particular. Do some Q&A, hang out. I have a lot of underwater footage that I wanted to try to show you guys. Didn't really have a chance to set it all up, but I do have a screen capture, option here already set up. Might just have to jumble around through my file folder real quick to pull up the footage, but that's about it. I don't have it queued up though. That's not too bad. Did I catch any fish? I did catch a couple of crayfish, and I took a look at the mountain mullets again. There was lots of mountain mullets today. Lots of mountain mullets. They're all about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. There were some larger ones. I saw some really, really, really big gobies, banana gobies. I didn't see anything with a hint of blue to it, which is really what I was looking for. But there's always next time. No, HC, I did not get to do the trap, but there was plenty of water. It was kind of, just didn't seem worth it because I would have just been catching mountain mullets, and I'm not looking to take them home right now. So that did not happen. At least I know where they're at. They're always there, and I won't have a problem getting them when I want them, that's for sure. I'd rather have a tank cycled, prepped, and ready for them to run them through quarantine for a few months, honestly. I really want to anything from the wild here. I think in one of my videos I said 1 month, but I honestly would, realistically, you're looking at like 2 months of quarantine with, minimal medication, just to keep dosing them until you clean out all of them worms and parasites and stuff. They've got some of that out there in the wild. Let's see, what else do we got here? Did I catch any fish? Oh, and then he said, did I use the trap? Right, no, yeah, not the trap. The trap is gonna work. It'll work in the right spot, that's for sure. Yeah, I got my fun hat. I got my adventure hat on. I'm not taking it off because I'm balding and I'm all sweaty and funky. But trying to relax myself here. Let me grab some more of this water. All right. I'd love to be doing a hangout. It's funny. It's totally different for me to do a live stream where it's like all me and I got to talk the whole time. I actually like the live streams. I've been hanging out in Big Easy's live stream. Just pretty laid back, but it's nice we can all chat because I love to hear you guys' voices too. It's unfortunate I just have to read your text. Maybe we'll do some hangouts coming down the line. Lumpy Dog, what's up in the house? Pond and More, welcome. Good to have you in here. Cecilia's Hobbies, all kinds of good names and faces up in here. Gaddis Aquariums and Reptiles. Thank you guys for hanging out. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of cool stuff out in the wild lately, and that's where I want to be. That's my passion, and I'm glad that people enjoy that because I just keep doing it and keep doing it. Um, you know, some of you might know, I grew up in the pet trade in my youth. My parents imported exotic animals from Central America. So from my, in my youth, I spent a lot of time in the jungles of Mexico collecting animals with my parents and traveling back and forth. And that's one of the reasons why I moved here to the Caribbean, just to get back to that temperate zone where I was so comfortable. Uh, but just getting deeper into the bush, and this gut that I went to today, I've been here 19 years, and I just really feel kind of foolish that I haven't been in this gut before. And there was even a rope swing. The pools were so big and so deep. There was a rope swing. I should have played on it. I didn't. Didn't want it in my shots, trying to keep it all natural. But there was definitely a I was tempted to take a swing on that rope swing and jump into the water. Well, the water's not super deep right now, but in that spot when in our rainy season, you could definitely jump from that rope swing. Thank you, Candy, for posting the Patreon and the Teespring. Yeah, that hashtag FishFamNews T-shirt. Nobody's buying it yet, but I kind of like it. I don't even have one yet, so I guess I shouldn't be complaining. Let's see. So I do want to show you guys some footage so you don't have to stare at my ugly mug the whole time. Let me see if I can quickly get something up here. If I go find the folder first, that's a good idea. Find the folder before I switch it over. Let's see. Yeah, I got some footage of some of the footage from the wild guppies that I found not too long ago. I showed you guys some of that, but it's some really cool shots. Let me see if I can get this coming up. And let's see. There we go. I think you're seeing it right. So yeah, this right here is the local wild guppies, according to the university. I do see a lot of, a lot of them have that black bar, which makes me think that they have like Indler blood in them. That they're a mix of Indler and wild and guppy, because in a lot of them consistently you'll see that black bar on the side with the orange spot on it above the black bar, which is significant of a Indler. And then if you look in a lot of these guppies here, you'll see yellow and black on the tail. Yellow and black consistently in the tail. Sometimes the yellow starts to go green, a little bit more of a green color. But in some of these here, it's actually more of his horizontal lines, black and yellow lines. You might catch that like a tiger stripe action going on these guppies, which is pretty cool stuff. Let me see if I can pull the chat up over here so that I can see stuff too. Yeah. What's up? Multi-tank addiction, Chris, what's up? I made it. You made it. I literally ran in the door 10 minutes late to this stream. I am soaking wet. Soaking wet. I got your picture for you, but I'm going to have to send it to you later. It's probably going to be a screenshot because my phone has horrible camera on it. So it's a lot better if I just take a shot from my Canon, screenshot there from my Canon. But yeah, I'm soaking wet. My boots are leather boots. They're all sloppy and soaky and making all kinds of noise. I'm probably soaking my chair right now. I do have a towel down on it. But I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm gonna sit here soaking wet for an hour with you guys. That's how much this means to me. No big deal. No big deal. I've been in the gut for an hour and a half swimming around in the water. I have to say it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I wish y'all could have been out there with me. Let's see, what do we got going on? Chicken Lips, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Thanks for hanging out. H2O Fish. Welcome to the chat. Appreciate it. Water Wizard, Kyle's Wild World. Hello. Good to see you here. So yeah, we're just taking a look at a little bit of my some shots, some GoPro footage from a gut. Not the one I was at today. That footage is still, oh, it's in my pocket. The GoPro's in my pocket. But I don't think I'm gonna get the GoPro I don't want to give that footage away just yet. I'm gonna edit it and put it in the video. Oh, the GoPro's still on. There we go. Save some battery there. Yeah, it's just crazy. There's so much biomatter and string algae going on in these guts. It looks kind of disgusting in a way, but at the same time, it's so balanced because the water is crystal clear. You can see everything, and it's like the biomatter's there. All the everything's breaking down at the same time, but it's in perfect harmony. Pardon me. Oh, you see that guppy just went by. It just like has like almost green on the tail. The tails are almost green, or a black and yellow striped. But these guys were fun. This is a fun little spot. I'm going to be sending some of these off to Rack Cross from River Life. And just mentioning that, I got a couple of other emails from people that would like a colony of these as well. So I'm going to work on that, work on quarantining them properly. And just going to double check with the government and make sure that I'm following all the rules properly and I'm not doing anything illegal. So that's part of it. Let's see. These guys are pretty happy too. You know, if you watch, they're totally going for the all the algae. They sit there and just eat algae. Would you say I saw the metal out? What was that? I'm sorry, I missed that one. I have Scott in my pocket. Let's see. Yeah, chicken lips. Yeah, this is a really cool spot. Really cool spot. I really like these guppies. Now, in this spot, there's really just guppies and snails. In other pools of water that I've been playing around in, like the one I was in today, there's a lot more stuff in regards to like crayfish and micro shrimp. But I've noticed that the shrimp and the crayfish in the gobies prefer a lot more pristine water than this. So when the water starts to get really, really clear, that's when I notice. That's when I start looking for the gobies. And when I start seeing shrimp, I know that the gobies are around. Kind of hang out in the same areas and the same cleaner pools of water, as well as the mountain mullets. Now, if there's a gut like this, it has the guppies in it here on my island. You won't find the mountain mullet because the mountain mullet would eat the guppy fry. So it basically there's either going to be it's either guppies or mountain mullets. It's going to be one of those two in regards to freshwater fish. And at the same time, I have to say I haven't seen any gobies in the same streams that I find guppies in. So there's another one went by with a lot of green in its tail, like a greenish yellow. Yeah, most definitely. I'm just having so much fun. Today was awesome. I can't wait to edit this footage and get it back there for you guys. Really look forward to editing this one. It'll probably come out before Friday, just because I'm so pumped to get it out. And I just can't wait to go back to this spot because it was so cool. It was really cool. You can see the smile on my face. I had a lot of fun. And I'm freezing right now here in the air conditioning, soaking wet, but it's a labor of love. Most definitely a labor of love. Yeah, I try to take a look here at the chat, see what everybody's talking about. I'm totally up for questions. You know, last couple of chats I've done don't get a lot of questions, especially when I ask for them. But you know, I'm all about you know, I want to make sure people, you know who I am if they're interested in knowing exactly who I am, where I come from, and why I'm so passionate about the hobby and wildlife and wildlife conservation. Did I find the blue goby? I didn't find the blue goby. Now, if I did find the blue goby, he wasn't. I say he because from what I've been researching, when it comes to the blue goby that I'm specifically looking for, the male is the one that is blue, not the female, and he doesn't always blue. He tends to get a lot more blue when he's like in heat, when he's really in the mood to mate. he'll really color up, and he'll start to show this iridescent, metallic blue. Um, but supposedly that can come and go. They can turn that on and off, kind of. So, I did see some really large gobies, up like 6.5-inch gobies. So cool. I would love to get some of these in a tank. They moved around a little bit slower, but I'll tell you what, when a goby wants to just take off, they're like a bullet. They're gone. All you see is a little dust. A little dust. They're gone. So it was very difficult to catch him. I really don't know how I'm going to catch them. I'm going to have to get really creative. Definitely. Fancy Tail Aquatics, welcome to the chat. Render John, welcome to the chat. Good to see you. Yeah. I do have some video of the banana gobies, but it was pretty much the video that if you had seen the video that I did about with the guppies and the gobies, well, and the shrimp, the video that I did on shrimp. That video, I got some shots of the gobies. I did get shots today, but nothing that I can show you at the moment. I have to cut in. My GoPro's broken. The latch is broken, the lever, so I have to zip tie it, squeeze it shut all the way so it stays airtight, and then I zip tie it shut. So I got to cut into it, break the seal basically to pull out that SD card and get it into the PC. I just don't want to get too distracted from the stream to do that. Plus, I don't want to give away that footage. I will be making a video with that. But, oh, that's awesome. I found some angel fry in a tank. Yeah, I would move them before they chow on them, right? Yeah, awesome. Angel fish fry. That's awesome. My angelfish definitely have spawned a few times, but one of them is a captive bred long fin or like fancy fin. I don't know what you call angelfish, and the male is a wild Altum angel, and he's a little bit more aggressive, and he seems to get upset with her if she doesn't take care of the eggs properly after the spawning, and in the end they both end up consuming all the eggs. That's for sure within the first day or two. I've been trying to let them do it naturally rather than pull the eggs. I'd love to see that happen naturally if possible. I'm sure if I had two Altum angels, wild Altum angels, I'm sure they'd be a little bit more. They'd be a little bit more into keeping their eggs and not eating them. Let me go ahead real quick and find this footage that I wanted to share with you real quick on the local shrimp. The local shrimp, the video that I got on that was pretty cool. Let's see. Let me go ahead and we will switch to that and that. There we go. Now, this water is going to clear up a little bit here. I moved the camera around a little bit with this GoPro shot, I believe. You see the mountain mullets swimming around there, and you see that there's just like this pool of water. It's got a lot of algae. I think it's only really mucked up the way it looks right now because I put the GoPro in, but it's like purling. Just look at all of the oxygen bubbles. Just looks like the water's boiling. Just air bubbles just constantly coming up from the bottom. Now you'll see there's two different kinds of shrimp. Actually, there's 3 or 4 different kinds of shrimp in this pool of water. There is more of the longata, which is I think it's the Microbrachium longata, I believe it is, but it's the long narrow. I think there's one right there in front of right there. They're long and narrow. That's where it gets longata. And then you see there's the freshwater prawn right there on the bottom in the center of the screen. Now those claws on that prawn, it's not really the prawn. That is the local, well, they call it a prawn, or it's a local crayfish, but that's a blue clawed crayfish. And when they get big, those claws themselves, the whole arm there is about 6, 7 inches, or even longer, up to 8 to 12 inches. I've seen them, and it turns a nice blue color. And then usually in pools with the crayfish, there's usually one large adult crayfish, and that crayfish is kind of like the head, the top of the food chain. And if there's any other crayfish in there that are close to his size, he will go ahead and kill them, and just maintain that pool as his own home. Um, so I just love how many bubbles come up in this pool. Just how much oxygen is just coming up off of the algae and all the biomatter that's growing all over the rocks. Really cool stuff. I think I move it. Yeah, I move the camera here and drop it down a couple other spots. So this is the pool from above. Not very big. Kind of completely out of nowhere. You could walk right by this and totally miss it if you weren't looking for a little pool of water. Now this is our, it's springtime and whatnot, but this time of the year it's a little bit drier and arid. So the pools are actually just more drying up. Now this is another species of shrimp. This is not the longata, and this is not a crayfish. This guy is really cool. This is a little bit closer, a little bit more like a tiger shrimp or like a amano shrimp, because it's got the little dots that come down, and you'll see the little dots down his tail. There's another one as well. These are really awesome. I love the shrimp in this pool, and this pool in particular is the only place where I've seen like so many different species of shrimp crustaceans in the same pool, all living together. Really cool stuff. Let me go ahead and catch the chat. I don't want to be ignoring everybody. I'm just hanging out though. Chicken Lips, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. It was good to see you. I do appreciate it. Is River Life here? What's up, man? How are you? How are you? I went out today. I am soaking wet, man. Check it out. I am just these boots. I got a puddle of. Ooh, I'm gonna have to clean up before the girlfriend comes home. Just look below me, and I got a little puddle of water underneath of me. I was literally 10 minutes late to my live stream, Rack. I was 10 minutes late. I ran in here and just turned on the PC and hit play, hit go on the live stream. So I'm sitting here soaking wet. I probably might as well just turn off the air conditioning because I'm gonna freeze myself out. And I should not move around too much and track my mess all over the house and make more of a mess for me to clean up. Yeah, Chicken Lips, have a good one. Thanks for popping in. I do appreciate it. Yeah, man, Rack, I'm having so much fun, and you're definitely giving me the motivation too. I like I like all your content, and I appreciate what you're doing. I'm definitely gonna get you some guppies out here, but I want to make sure that they're quarantined properly. I'm not as worried about the law as I should be, but I'm gonna have to take a look into that and make sure I'm good on that as well. But I think what's more important to me that I'm not carrying diseases with these fish, so I probably quarantine them for more than a month. So, but patience is a virtue, and it'll be worth it when they get there. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna I don't want to select them, I could go in there and select them out for characteristics or for color and this or that, and give you a whole bunch that look alike. And that to me is like not natural. I was thinking about it. I think I want to give you a nice solid mix of stuff rather than kind of be almost causing some selective breeding going on by picking out all the pretty ones for you. So I don't know how to go. I was thinking about that. How do I go about that? I don't want to get in the way of nature too much in regards to that colony. And if you want to selectively breed them once you have them, I'll just give you enough that you can play around with them, and you have enough genetics to do whatever you want. That's for sure. But yeah, it's awesome to see you in chat here as well. That is cool. So let me let me get the chat off the screen because you can't see the footage, and this is kind of actually some boring footage. Definitely a little bit boring. Let me go back here and find something else. Yeah, I'm like my whole shirt. I was in I was swimming today. I went swimming today. I found so much water. Oh, these pools of water are like 6, 7 feet deep. I even found a rope swing, as I mentioned earlier. I'm going back over it because Rack just got in here. Let's see. Let me see what else I can find though for some cool footage real quick. But where are we at? It's already 2:40. I don't know how long it took me to get here, but I'm a little bit over where I was supposed to be. So I'm gonna hang out no matter what. I'm gonna hang out for a little while. That is for sure. Oh, let's see what we got going on in the chat, you guys. I'm looking for another little piece of footage, something cool to show you. I'd love to show you today's stuff, but that'd be just be giving it all away. To definitely be giving it all away. LS Aquariums, how are you doing? Good to see you, man. Say Rob93, how are you? Thanks for commenting earlier today, and yeah, I'm loving your stuff. Keep it up. I should be looking at the camera. I need to focus on the camera and not so much my computer. I'm trying. Oh boy. Let's see here. Let me take a look. Let me look. Let's see what else I can find. What did I have here? Wild Guppy, Shrimp Adventure. Let me find that other piece. It was better. I have another little piece of footage. There we go. Alrighty. Yes. Let's do that and that. Here we go. So you can see the these Langata shrimp. You can see how long and narrow, and they kind of have that stripe going on there. And you see in the background some silhouettes of the mountain mullets. But just everybody seems to be living pretty well together in this one pool. This is one of my favorite spots. You see down below in those sticks there, you could see some crayfish coming up. There's a prawn, and then there's another one underneath the sticks as well. But there's a couple. There's literally like 4 different species of shrimp in this pool alone. But today was totally different than anything else I've ever seen on this island. I will definitely be going back there again next weekend. I mean, and if nothing else, just for me, it's just such a beautiful spot. I'd love to just go and hang out there. Definitely. Look at all these guys. You got a crayfish, you've got micro shrimp, you've got everybody just living together happily. Let's check out the chat. What is up? Go ahead and ask me questions. Anybody who has any questions? Anybody's interested in anything? Go ahead and ask me. Let me know. But yeah, check out all of the all those oxygen bubbles that just keep rising up. So cool. You know, you'd think that it was all stagnant in there, but there's really, with all the algae, there's really a lot of oxygen being produced in this pool to help sustain all of these shrimp and the fish, and gobies as well. I think this is the shot where I get a goby in here if I get lucky. Yeah, here we go. Somewhere right in here. Let me just hold it down for a minute, and somewhere right in here on the left-hand side of the screen here in about a couple of minutes, there should be, first I think these 2 prawns are going to fight it out a little bit. Kind of fighting over, just getting territorial. They're definitely territorial. Oop, there goes a goby shooting around. They're so fast. Oop, and he took off. There he's on the right-hand side of the screen there. Oh, and that's a little piece of shrimp that he's taken off with that I put in there to kind of get them going. Kind of get everybody excited. Yeah, no, I think here in a minute I'm gonna get a little goby that's gonna come shooting across the screen. Not shooting, he's gonna come down and hang out for a minute. Let's see if I can get my chat up as well. Oop, oop, there we go. Not what I wanted to do. We'll just hang out and wait. Let's see what's going on here. And these mullets, they are really cool fish. And they've got this little black dot, a yellow tail with a black dot. And I definitely like to get them into aquarium. At this point, combination of everything I found so far, I could go ahead and do like a local native, a native tank. And that would be fun. Let's see, where is this goby? I don't know. I missed it. I think. That is for sure. I think I missed it. Alrighty. Well, I am definitely stoked with everything that I've been finding lately, but I'm going to get bored quickly, that's for sure. Um, do I ever do any of these videos on the beach? Yeah, I did one video where I started at the beach and then hiked up the gut to another location. I have done that before, but I don't do too much saltwater stuff. I might get into a little bit more saltwater stuff, but I'm trying to keep it fresh. That's for sure. Big Easy, hello. Big Easy's in the house. Mark, I've definitely been hanging out in Mark, aka Big Easy's chats, his live streams he does on a regular basis, like every day for like 8 hours. But it's a good place to hang out. Positive environment. Get a couple of good laughs out of it, and get to check out some aquariums and see what everybody else is doing. It's definitely a nice regular thing for me to do. Along with Chris from Multi-Tank Addiction. Everybody knows he's got his 2 live streams on Saturday and Sunday. It's like a 2-hour stream on Saturday and does a 1-hour stream on Sunday. And I made it to both of them this weekend, which I'm happy about. That is for sure. Let's just see who's asking about the banana goby. The banana goby, that's the only one that's actually like recorded with the park. That's another reason why, not with the park, but with the university. That's why I would really like to find myself a the blue goby, because it's really not on file with them. I don't know if I could get some. Well, it's whatever. Maybe get to name it, get some recognition on it or something. I'm sure somebody. I feel like somebody's had to have totally done that before. Now, what was it? What was this here? River Life. You asked me about the TDS. The TDS in all the water so far that I found out here in the wild is looking at about 950 parts per million to 1,000 parts per million, and the pH is over 8.0. And so for all of these guppies are living in really hard. All of these animals are living in really hard water, and they seem really happy. Yeah, so it's not a problem for me either way, because the tap water here is 8.0. It's coming out of the tap at 270 parts per million as well, which is really nasty. But it'd be totally fine for a local native tank. I'm just having to work really hard to get my water a lot more, a lot softer and acidic for my Caridina shrimp. So at this point, I'm just buying water now because I don't have an RODI system yet, which will come. And it looks like I think it's going to be today or tomorrow. I'm waiting for a check to clear, waiting for some funds to clear, and I should be purchasing my ticket to Peru probably either tonight or tomorrow. And I can't wait to finalize that and get my itinerary posted. And then I can relax a little bit. But I am most definitely going. It's just a matter of, getting everything lined up and everything paid for. So definitely all of your support, any of your support through Patreon or the purchase of any of my T-shirts, it all goes, or even watching the commercials at the beginning of my my videos, all of that goes towards these kinds of adventures. It's all going to go towards Peru. I probably won't touch any of it until right before, and I'll transfer it over, and that's probably the money I'll be using to eat and get my hostel in Lima, Peru, before we go to Puerto Maldonado. So I'm definitely going to make use of those funds to directly to create more content because oh, I don't know. This it's a dream come true for me. Someone said there I'm living the dream. I definitely, and that's something I always want to try to share with you guys too. Is just the art of happiness and living a life of happiness. And Rack Cross with River Life. He definitely has a lot of good things to say in regards to living positively and living a life of joy and happiness, just as I try to promote that. But I think so many people live in fear of, if I try and I fail, what is everybody going to think of me? And I just try to preach to people, just do what you love, do what you believe in, and do what makes you happy, and you don't worry about what other people want to laugh at you, what they want to say. Um, I walk through town today soaking wet like this with this goofy hat on. I don't care what anybody else thinks. I'm here to. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm here to enjoy my time on this planet and share it with you guys and try to make a positive impact. And I think that that's the best thing that we can do. And the most important thing when we leave, our legacy on this planet is how we impacted everyone else around us. And that's what I just think it's so beautiful. This community here, the fish keeping community here on YouTube, the stuff that Candy Overhauls does, and everybody else here in the community does to, even Susan from SLC Aquatics. She helped me out a lot through my hard times after the hurricanes. And I think that we are such a good example. I think that we all just need to keep up the good work. Need to keep rubbing off this positive energy on each other, and that's how it grows. I mean, it almost gets me a little bit emotional just talking about it because it is so powerful. It is so easy. It is so beautiful. All you have to do is do something nice for someone else. All you have to do is do something nice for someone else, and it's going to come back to you. Alluring Betas, how are you? It's awesome. I saw your video. I like what you're doing. I appreciate your honesty about your guppies, and I look forward to seeing your breeding programs in the future with the betas. I said guppies, didn't I? I meant beta fish. I look forward to seeing your breeding programs with the beta fish in the future. And I don't want any of these fish that you have right now, just personally because I was thinking about ordering a beta fish from you or getting a pair or a breeding, so a breeding pair or something like that, or a trio or something. But I definitely I want the ones that you've bred, just because it would mean more to me. It would be cooler that way. So let me know when you get some of your own your breeding programs start coming around, and you have some of your own personally bred fish available. I would love to get a hold of some of those. That's for sure. Yeah, River Life definitely. Oh well, I appreciate you saying that, but I mean we all do that. You do the same as well. We all play our part. It's not one person, the other person. It's everything that we do together as a community that really it's that's the power of it. It's the power of it is when we all come together. Just like the other day, Joel from Corvus Oskin, Corvus Austin. I've always say it wrong. It's not Oskin, right? It's Austin. Corvus Austin. um, but that live stream he did the other day with the help of Candy Overhauls, and they I throw in $25, but together we raised over $500 for 54 Punchy, and in such a small amount of time. And that's one little thing that we all do for each other. That's just one little example of how we come together as a community, and how we are an example for the rest of this YouTube platform, and everybody. Susan, how are you? It's so good to see you. I'm glad you made it. I appreciate it. Be easy. Have a good one. I will catch up with you later. I definitely will see you in the chat. We'll hang out, laugh and joke. Mr. Science Geek, what is up, man? I've been looking for you. I know you've been busy. I know you've had some stuff going on. Congratulations to you. I'm so happy to see you in here, though. I've been doing a lot, man. I've been trying to shoot some footage for you. I made a video just for you, and I do, I'm soaking wet right now. I got my boots are still on. I am dripping. I'm soaking wet from head to toe. I've just crawled out of a really awesome little subtropical gut full of all kinds of little good stuff and filmed everything that I could. I'll be putting that together in a video for you guys sometime this week. Come out either like Wednesday or Friday. Yeah. But I've been trying to get you that GoPro footage you were asking for. If you want to see some of that, I'll go back to that real quick. I can pull some of that real quick up. I just was showing some of it. What do I have a video playing even right now? I want to show the Guppy video. Let me go find that Guppy video because that's a cool one. There's just so many guppies in that pool. It's so crazy. Let's see. All right, I got it. Bam. I'm gonna pull this back up for you guys real quick. Let's see. I'm gonna do that and that. And there you go, Mr. Science Geek. This is for you. Yeah, I actually did this video about a week ago. I filmed this GoPro footage. But this is a local little gut slash stream here on the island that I like to go to. It's just teeming with local wild guppies. And they just definitely have some pretty consistent patterns. I'm sure all of these in here are all genetically related, because it's such a small environment that they're in. The water that you're looking at here, this is about 6 to 7 inches, maybe 8 inches deep. That's all that we're looking at here. These guys have no problem surviving in it. And I've been watching this video a couple of times. They're watching, and they're eating all the string algae. You see them right there eating the string algae, and they're having a good time in here. But yeah, Mr. Science Geek, I definitely have to say you gave me some of the motivation here to get some more of this footage. This is what I want to be doing, but when it comes down to actually getting out and doing it, there's always something, if you don't watch out, there's always something that's going to keep you. There's always, something else that you could get distracted by in life, whether it be household chores or something like that, or somebody else's live stream. But yeah, I'm making an effort like every Sunday, every day I can get off and get out and plan that ahead. And I'm trying to get out and get out into nature because it's what I love, and I enjoy it so much. I enjoy it so much. I really do enjoy. I enjoy doing the hashtag FishFamNews. It's very much a very community-minded part of my channel, and that is fun for me. I do enjoy that. But if you see my channel, you see it's all about adventure, knowledge, and more. And adventure first, because that is my passion. Is basically I look at it as trying to educate people in wildlife conservation, and uh, uh, through adventure, knowledge, and more. So I definitely look. I'd love to do I'm looking forward to doing a live stream, like a Google Hangout with Rat Cross one of these days. That's for sure. I just like to sit and chat with him because I really love his positive points of view and his sense of humor. He's a funny guy, but he's a really positive guy as well. I know you told me about this video, but I never saw it. I was waiting for it. I was kind of scared. I didn't know what you were gonna do, but I haven't seen that yet, Mr. Science Geek. Susan, hello again. I'm so happy you're in here. And if I'm sure everybody knows Susan from SLC Aquatics. If you don't, definitely check out her channel. She's a AKA hashtag FishFamMom. She definitely does a lot to support the community. and help people in need. Right now, we are on a wireless internet service provider with an antenna on my roof, and she really helped me. She helped me to get that antenna, helped me with the purchasing of it, and so if it if it wasn't for Susan, I would not be on this internet right now, and I wouldn't be able to do this live stream with you guys as well. So thank you so much, Susan. I've thanked you so many times, but I don't think I can thank you enough for the amount of support that you have uh, uh, pushed my way and given me after the storms. It meant a lot, and it definitely helped show me the power of this community and just what 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 we're all about. It's much deeper, I think, much deeper than some people think. I can't really describe it. Sometimes other people that I know, I just kind of just keep it to myself. I'm not very religious, but there is a verse from the Bible. That my father used to say to me is, "Never cast your pearls before swine." And he used to say that to me because of a very talkative young man, and I was, really, really hyper. And uh, my dad tried to feed me a lot of knowledge. When I'd get around other kids and other people, and I'd want to tell them about this, try to explain this or that, and he just had to remind me, just don't waste your time with some people. Not no offense, but there's just some people that are just, you just so you gotta pick and choose who you give your energy to. But sometimes I try to explain to people our community, and they're just like, it's YouTube. And I'm like, no, it's not just YouTube. I mean, YouTube is awesome. They created this platform, gave us this platform and this outlet, but we have done what we've done with it. We've taken the tools that they gave us and the space that they have allotted us and the freedoms that they've allotted us within their platform, and we've made this powerful, beautiful, positive community. YouTube didn't do that. Susan did that. Rat Cross has done that. All of you out there that are involved, Mr. Science Geek, you know, being a teacher, sharing this with the youth, and making sure that they are in touch with nature and with wildlife. And it's up to us really to spread this stuff and to keep the younger generations interested and not lost in video games and playing on their cell phone, because it seems like it's more of that every day, and it kind of worries me. But I'll do everything I can to influence the youth to be educated in nature and wildlife conservation. And that's so important, because things like this, so you can go out into the wild and still find places like this where there's uh, just wild fish just doing their thing. Look how much they love the string algae. They're just chewing up that string algae. They're going for it. They're on a ball with it. That's for sure. I've been tempted a few times to take fish food out to feed these guys for the fun of it, but I think they're fine. I think they're doing fine. Oh boy. But yeah, I don't want to get too deep or crazy, but I do have to say, just I always want to tell people, just follow your dreams, follow your heart, do what you love, and one of the most important things that we can do while we're on this planet is influence the people around us, and do good things for the people around us. Pay it forward, and then it comes back. It comes right back to us tenfold. That is for sure. Um, that is for sure. And believe in yourself. I think so many people out there, like I was saying before, they have this fear, the fear of trying to do something, because if they fail, they're worried about everybody else watching them and laughing at them because they failed, or feeling bad because they didn't fail. But you don't fail because you learned something there, and the next time you do it, you're going to do it differently because you learned something there, within that failure. Um, but I just tell people, if there's something you want to do in life, something that you love, a dream, follow it, do it, just do it. I mean, that's what I'm doing here. That's what YouTube is for me. I'm learning a lot about myself. I'm my grammar is getting better. It's literally, this is like speech therapy for me. It's writing therapy. It's art for me, getting to create the content. Um, um, and through it all, I'm following my dreams. I'm getting to do things that I dreamed of doing, and I'm making them come true. LS, have a good one. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Have a good Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's not over yet. Um, I don't know, but I feel like I'm just going to continue to do what I do, follow my dreams, and maybe it'll be an example for other people to. Oh, I didn't see the question. Thank you, Susan, for catching that for me. I'm sorry, I'm just rambling and I'm not reading too much of the chat, even though it's right here blocking half of these guppies. Um, yeah, I try to instead of saying I'm going to try to do something, I say that I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to Peru. I'm going to go make this video. Um, and I mean it when I say that. And to me, that's manifesting it. That's putting positive energy into that dream, into that focus, and making it happen. Um, that's just the way I live my life. I don't try to do things; I do them. And I had this talk with Jeremy from Sergeant Tanks when we were hanging out in Chicago together, and he says that to his kids as well. Don't try, do. Don't say you're gonna try, because that's already setting yourself up for failure. That's saying that, like, I'm gonna try, but just you have to, and if you say you're gonna do it, and then if it doesn't work, well, but that's okay. It's still okay. That you're allowed to fail. You just gotta learn from it and get back up and keep going. That is for sure. Uh, but I don't know. That's what I've gotten from this YouTube experience more than anything is just realizing that when I put my mind to something, and I believe in it, just like going to Chicago. I told everybody and I told myself, I said, I'm going to Chicago. I'm going to the aquatic experience. And when I said that, I didn't have the money. I didn't have the plane ticket. I didn't have the hotel room. None of that. I had none of that set up and ready to go. Just like right now, I don't have my ticket to Peru yet. I'm going to buy it today or tomorrow, but I haven't purchased my ticket to Peru, but I'm going to Peru. I'm going to Peru because I said I'm going to Peru. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. But yeah, I saw someone say something about Endler. Yes, they're definitely these guys look like they have some Endler. They've got the black bar. Of course, not all of them, but pretty much all of them have the black bar. Oop, that was a goby that shot through there. That was a goby. That's the problem with the gobies. They're so fast. You just don't even get. You see the dust. You see the dust come up from where they shot across the screen, but you don't really get to see them. Let's see. I'm trying to check out the chat here and see if there's any questions. But yeah, Rick. Yeah, I'm living in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Is there any? What does this say? Is there any wild mollies? No, there is not any wild mollies on this island. Nope. As far as I know, and according to the university in the national park here, they don't even have on record the blue goby that I've been told was found by other just friends of mine that hang out and go play in the guts and play on the rope swings out there. On record with the university, we have the mountain mullet, we have this guppy, which they call the wild guppy, and we have the banana goby. And then we have like 5 different species of shrimp, or crustacea, which like we have a crayfish, we have a small shrimp, and then we have like a ghost shrimp, and I've even seen one that has like a green band that looks like it has algae growing under its shell, like symbiotic algae or something growing under its shell. I'm not sure. I'd like to net one of those. I'd like to get some of those into an aquarium. That's for sure. Yeah, these guys are so happy. They're just having a ball in this gut. Now that one there, you can see this horizontal striping. Oh, he swam off. But there's definitely this black and yellow horizontal stripes, like a tiger endler. That's what I want to say. These guys have like tiger endler blood. They might be mixed. Somebody might flush some guppies down the toilet. There might be a little bit of a mix going on here, like a hybrid. But we'll see, Rack. We'll see. I'm gonna send you a whole bunch of them, and you get to have fun with them, and I'll have fun with them over here too. I would definitely like, I'm definitely gonna selectively breed them and try to clean some of this up. That would be fun. I don't want to manipulate it too much, but I definitely like to clean it up and see if I can start getting them to breed a little bit more true, like an Indler. You notice the males aren't. I mean, sorry, the females are not huge. The females aren't huge like you would see like a wild guppies. Wild guppies, the females get really large, and if you notice as well, the top fin on these are not all crazy and long, which would be a sign of guppy blood mixing with the Endler blood. Um, but they all have this pretty standard sized top fin, which that's another reason. Oh, what happened? Oh, I lost it. What am I doing? I'm touching things. That's what I get. Anyways, let me go ahead and go back here. I totally ran home and really didn't have anything planned here with all this. Didn't have. Well, I kind of had it planned, but I didn't get into it all because I ran in the door and literally sat down, turned on the PC, turned on the screen. PC was already on and ready to go. That's where I got lucky. I already had OBS opened up and everything ready to go. All I had to do was hit start streaming. Let's see if I can check out the chat. See what is going on. Charles had a question. What was the question, Charles? Go ahead and ask me the question again. I got the chat open here and I can see everything. Charles H, you had a question. All right, Mr. Science Geek. I guess he's already gone, but have a good one, Mr. Science Geek. Ben, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Stop touching things. Right? Yeah. Stop touching things. Let's see. Why do you call it a gut? We call it a gut here. Just what it's the island. This is what we call them, guts. Just like a gut, ravine, a creek, but we call them guts. Guts. They all kind of feed each other, and it all ends up coming down and kind of almost an estuary. It makes its way to the ocean in the end. The algae to start growing in a saltwater aquarium. If you get your hands on a piece of live rock, or if you use uh, live aquarium sand for that saltwater tank, and in the proper lighting, you should not have a problem with that algae. Like my father does saltwater tanks. Is the only reason I'm saying this. Otherwise, I personally don't do saltwater tanks and don't have a lot of personal experience. But I grew up with saltwater tanks in my house. My father has like 4 or 5 of them right now, and he'll even take tanks and let them cycle for about a year with just live rock and live sand, and let different saltwater microorganisms and stuff, let them get going and let the nitrogen cycle completely cycle. But definitely algae shouldn't be a problem at all if your lighting is proper. That's you should be have a problem if your lighting is good. You should have a problem trying to keep the algae back. But that's just my little bit of experience with saltwater aquariums. I don't really get into those here because the power goes out on a regular basis, and I don't have a generator, any kind of backup power, and 2 or 3 hours without power could totally crash everything within my sump and start to make the water toxic and start killing things in the tank as well. So I'm just not looking forward to spending thousands of dollars on a saltwater reef tank or aquarium to come home from work and to find it crashed and all my fish dead and my corals dead as well or melting. Just taking a look at the chat here, trying to catch some questions, see if there's any questions in here. Prolific breed, what's up? Good to see you here. Martin's Tank Talk. Good to see you as well. And Mob Guppy. So cool. Yeah. So I had a lot of fun today. No playtime at the beach, just wet boots. Yeah, you know, like I lived here 19 years. I'm alright with the beach. Plus, that's salt water. You're not gonna dry if you get covered in salt water. You're gonna be wet all day long in the humid environment. Because the salt won't dry, right? I mean, the water might evaporate temporarily, but as long as there's moisture in the air, the salt crystals in the fabric will continue to absorb the moisture out of the air, and the fabric will stay wet indefinitely until you wash the salt crystals out of the fabric. So I don't jump into salt water in my clothes. But I might get into the ocean. I might get some snorkel gear going with my GoPro and take you guys on a little salty adventure. That'll happen eventually. Maybe I'll grab a kayak and take you guys with me on a little adventure. That could happen sooner than later. Thanks for the sub. Oh yeah. There you go. My phone's blowing up. I don't know why. Rob Hicks, how are you? Good to see you. Leona, you're back again. Smiles. My phone's blowing up. I feel like I should at least take a look and make sure it's not an emergency. But I want to say thank you guys again so much for watching my content and commenting on my videos and interacting and liking my videos and sharing them. Sharing my content, or sharing each other's content out there for other people is the best way for us to for our channels to grow. Really, just the opportunity to get new subscribers, new viewers, and spread the word. So I definitely appreciate you guys that share my content on other communities and platforms. It means so much. But you guys are my motivation to keep going, and your comments and all that are definitely the motivation for me to keep it going. I definitely do this for myself as well because it's a passion of mine. And as most of you might not know, I've not too long ago entered the world of sobriety. Pretty touchy subject. I'm not trying to make a big deal about it, but this platform and this community is a big part of that. Very much so. Got a lot of motivation from other people like Joel and Bob Steenfott, and even Corey doesn't really drink at all, and doesn't partake in drugs, and they're good examples. Good examples for the youth. They're definitely a good example for me, and I'm almost 40 years old. So it's been a lot. It's been a lot to me, and I'm enjoying this clean life. Things taste better. The world looks better. Things smell better. And it sounds corny, but it's so true. And I get so much more in a day. I get so much more done every day. And I don't have to make excuses so much. But I don't know how much more time I have because I think my girlfriend's on her way home and in the door here. So I've gone over. It's almost 3:18 now. So I'm going to go ahead and probably end this on that note. But I definitely appreciate all of y'all's support and all of it. It means the world to me. And keep making my content. Keep doing this because I love it and I love y'all. So thank you guys so much again. And I will catch you guys next weekend. I'm gonna do my live stream again on Sunday, like I have been doing, and don't miss the news on Saturday morning at 6 o'clock. I'm sorry, Sunday morning at 6 a.m. But remember, guys, keep your tanks clean, your fish fed, and have fun.